Hey everyone, I've made a few horrible videos about my M104 swapped 190E, and they're kind of all over the place, and I'm not good at this. However, as you can see, the engine is installed. The cooling system is filled with water at this point and does work. This motor has run in this configuration. I didn't want to do a cone filter, so I basically modded the stock E-Class airbox. It still needs some work, but we'll get to that later. You can see I'm running the HFM from the W124. I've got a few added extra circuits which I needed. The stock heater valve is installed. All the cooling loops are done. I have a reservoir for the clutch. I have enough room for the fan and shroud. There is still some wiring that needs to be taken care of. And yeah, this side's kind of a mess. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to handle this yet. I do have the stock cover for the fuse box, and most of this wiring will just be tied up out of the way once the plastic cowl is put back in. I have no wheels. Well, I have wheels, but they're not really what I want. I've got new spring pads to go under these springs. The interior is still pretty much in pieces. However, this does run, and at this point I have one dash light for the brakes. I have the brake warning light, which may have been due to the fact the ABS module was disconnected. I do have 5-speed shifter installed, which does work. That's reverse. The shifter came out of a SLK 230 along with the 5-speed transmission. Probably wouldn't have been my first choice, but it looked like a much easier install, at least to get the car running. The battery will eventually live in the back in this corner at some point in the future. For now, it is just sitting there. Dash, console, the panel that goes in the behind the first firewall. So once I get the clutch finalized, then I will start working on getting the dashboard back installed. Most of the wiring should fit right back up behind it. I might have a problem. There's a couple of modules which I added for the HFM. We'll see how that works out. Oh, and I'll get a shot from underneath. This is the O2 sensor wiring. So the O2 sensor is installed, and that is using the front section of the exhaust from the E320. Let me see if I can get a shot from underneath. I don't have a light, but I think my phone might capture it okay. Let me get down here. This angle might be funny for a minute, so bear with me here. I don't know what you can see, but there's the exhaust, and it does stop right there. So I'm working on the mount from the transmission to the exhaust to prevent cracking. You can see, it's all focus. That is a 6-speed transmission mount, which has been modified to work with the 5-speed. Let's see if I can get a shot of the drive shaft. I don't know if you can see it. That is a one-piece aluminum drive shaft. It is 3.5 inches in diameter. I was so excited to be purchasing it that I thought the quote said 3 inches, and I bought it, and it's 3.5, and it is a very tight fit and comes close to a couple of things underneath. However, I have had this running in gear and nothing hits at this point. If necessary, I'll go back under and pry some stuff a little further away. I don't have any CV shafts installed yet. So that will probably be the next thing after the exhaust, getting the CV shafts. I do have the Kangaroo's team drive shafts. Box is very heavy. Let's see. This side of there. They're huge. I have not test fitted them. I'm hoping they're the correct length. They are what was recommended by the Kangaroo's team. I also have the E320 differential installed using the Kangaroo's team rear mount. That is all installed. So I will make another video sometime this weekend and get some shots from underneath and show the exhaust. It does fit. I don't know what you'll be able to see. I'll make another video with some better lighting and get some better shots. I do need a heat shield for this coolant pipe. You can see it's very close to the exhaust, and there's going to be a problem here. I got the heat shields in for the stock heat shields for the downpipe and the front half of the exhaust. That was tough. Those should have gone in before the motor went in. So if you're doing this swap and you pull that stuff out to clean or do any kind of work, make sure you put those heat shields back in before you put the engine in. This is the primary firewall. I modified this piece. I modified this. I did buy the aluminum. It's just pop riveted on. I cut this in half. I don't know if you can see it. Right in the middle of the screen is actually a seam between the top half of that panel and the bottom half. So it would not come out or go in one piece. However, with that panel being cut in half, you can remove the top section with the motor installed. And with the mounts I used, I don't know if you, let's see. You can see it's close. It's very close. There's probably maybe 3/8 of an inch back there. But, you know, little at a time. I mean, this has been 4 years of work. So between the disassembly of both cars, the rust mitigation, And the other stuff I've done, I still have a lot of work to do. I'm missing, there should be a piece of rubber between the radiator and the shell there. There should be one over here. I have them. Whether they go in or not, I'm not sure. I do have a set of Euro headlights, which are going to go in it. But I'm going to wait and do that at a later date because one of them arrived broken. I bought them from a person in Germany, and he did not pack them all that well. So I was able to source a replacement lens from someone here in the States. I think I bought that about 2 years ago. Drove to Connecticut, met a gentleman, a 500E owner. Saw a couple 500Es, and spent some time with this person. Awesome. The 500E community is wonderful. If you've got the want or the cash for that kind of car, they are very expensive, even needing a lot of work. They are very expensive. The 190Es can still be bought relatively inexpensively. I paid less than $6,000 for this car. It is a New England car, so take that to heart. So there were a few little issues. Mostly it's, I would say, 95% clean. I did have a couple little patches to do and some sandblasting underneath. I spent a whole summer getting, dirty and dusty and what have you. And there's still a couple of areas that need to be addressed. And the thing is filthy, I admit it. But it's been in this garage where it sits right now for 2 years. And you can see, very dirty. But, coming along. I am hoping to be driving this car. I'm thinking the end of August, but in reality, I think the end of September is a much more realistic target. So, but anyhow, I'm terrible at doing this. Just once you get a picture. And my awesome younger kid brother bought me a set of cocoa mats, which I love, which I've had in a couple of my other cars. And I just did the black and gray. But, God bless him. Anyhow, I'll get some more video this weekend, finishing up the front part of the exhaust. It is going to have to go to an exhaust shop, and something's going to have to be built. So that's going to be a little outlay of cash, but it should not be too much considering how much money I've already spent. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.